In the meantime, Sudan's devastating war has raged on into a third month. Thursday has reported death toll topped 2,000. This is according to the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project's latest figures, which cover fighting until June 9 after a provincial governor was killed in the remote Darfur region. The army, headed by Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has since April 15 fought paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, commanded by his former deputy, Mohamed Hamdan Daglo. The fighting has driven 2.2 million people from their homes, including 528,000 who have fled to neighboring countries. In West Darfur, the violence claimed the life of Governor Khamis Abdullah Abakar hours after he made remarks critical of the paramilitaries in a telephone interview. Freelance journalist Sani Aliyu joins me on the news for more update on this. Thank you very much for giving us your time. The conflict has consumed the most senior official, the governor from Darfur, hours after accusing the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces of committing genocide. Do you think the accusation has anything to do with his death?
Well, this is very difficult to say. One should take note that in Darfur, specifically in that Western Darfur, the state of West Darfur, there are several actors. I'm talking about in the conflict there. Apart from the Sudanese army engaging the Rapid Support Forces, there are also ethnic militias, the Arab ethnic militias, and the other tribes like the Masalit have their own militia, and they've been fighting for control of the region for over 10 years. Now, it is difficult to say who actually carried out the attack, but all fingers point to the RSF, even though they have come out to on their Twitter handle this morning to condemn the act.
The death toll has surged past 2,000, and this is the third month. This is despite several truce deals. Why do you think the warring factions are failing to honor the truce deals?
I think this is a matter of confidence in the system. There has not been a third party in Sudan to manage or to mediate. The only thing that is happening is that the Saudi Arabian authorities and the Americans have called for delegates from these two warring factions to go to Jeddah and talk over, a peace deal or at least a ceasefire, which none of the two parties has honored so far. I think the requirement right now is for somebody, the African Union, a regional movement, somebody else to come in and set up something that will separate the two sides. People are suffering. There is nobody in charge in most of Sudan right now. If you walk along the streets, you will see most of the cities have been divided into two. On one part, you see the the Sudanese government, that is the army in charge. On the other part of the city, you see the RSF commanders in charge, the fighters in charge. So it's a very confusing situation, and people are dying. Khartoum alone, people have been breaking into homes just to search for food. It's that bad.
The figure now is about 1.9 million people displaced. I mean, are we looking at a humanitarian crisis, or should I say, how bad a humanitarian crisis are we looking at?
Well, as I said earlier, the situation is really dicey. It's there. Khartoum is not the only city that has been affected. This city where I'm in right now is called Nyala. It's the second largest city in Sudan and one of the most important economically. I see a lot of people going hungry. And there is no presence. No, the United Nations is not here. No African Union presence. We've not seen any presence from the Red Cross or the Red Crescent here. No food aid, nothing. People are actually suffering and they need help. Thousands of them have crossed into Chad and the Central African Republic from this area, this part of Sudan, and they are not getting any help. Even after they cross over there, they are just termed as refugees, and it's suffering that continues. So something has to give. There is a potentially bigger crisis, a humanitarian crisis in the offing. Something has to be done.
I completely agree with you. Something important needs to be done to address the situation. Thank you very much, Sani, for speaking with us.
Thank you so much for having me.